Good evening, Africa. Good evening to all of our amazing leaders and brand partners in Africa and even across the globe. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who continue to lock arms with us to build and expand in Africa. Today we're on the call and we are talking about what is so important to all of us. Last week, I couldn't get on the EMEA recognition call because I was down. All right. I was down. Of course, I had my Noni bottle, but I was stressed and all of that and didn't take much care of myself. And I was down and I couldn't do the normal things that I should do. So we see how much we need to ensure that our immune system is boosted because it can affect your everyday life, your everyday activities. So thank God we're on this amazing call with our Senior Vice President of Health and Nutrition, Barbara Cox-Lovesy. She is the expert on topics like this, and she will be taking us through on amazing tips that can help us boost our immune system during this season and every other time around the world. Doesn't matter where you are, you need to boost your immune system. And so my name once again is Blessing Edith Ubanowu. I'm your humble partner. And I've got Neo Ntunyai, my beautiful colleague, on the call. Neo is a bit down this week too. Hi, Neo.
Hi, Blessing. It looks like we are taking turns on this being down. Good evening, team. Always a pleasure to connect with you. We are having an amazing call with Barbara this evening. And, I'm looking forward to be reminded how important it is for us to take care of our immune system. Like Blessing has said, I'm also feeling a bit down today, but I know that after this call, I'm definitely going for my noni and I'll be back up and running. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neil. And with that being said, we will now hand over to our amazing host right here on this call, our Vice President, Senior Vice President for Health and Nutrition, Barbara Cox-Lovesy. Nobody does it better than her. Hi,
Absolutely.
Barbara.
Hi, Blessing. Hi, Neo. I'm sorry to hear both of you are down, but can I just say, our products are great. And it's not like sometimes you won't get down or feel ill. It's going to pick you up even quicker. And so you're not going to be down for as long as if you weren't taking the products. That's the beauty of Tahitian Noni and all of our products as well. So sending you good vibes and wishing you a speedy recovery. So I'm just going to share my screen, everyone. 1 second. And then we can get this going. There we go. Well, that was a great introduction, ladies. Thank you very much. So everyone who knows me. So tonight we are definitely talking about the immune system. And I think you'll be quite surprised because I don't only talk about the immune system and our products that help, but I actually talk about some lifestyle tips that can help as well. And the first lifestyle tip I want to talk about is sleep. Yes, can you believe it? That sleep, there is a link that a lack of sleep can actually make you feel unwell. And this is some research here done by the Sleep Foundation, which is a really great resource. So just Google Sleep Foundation and take a look at that research yourself because we really want to be able to sleep well. And I have some great tips to help you sleep well. So number one is increase the bright light exposure during the day. So, for me, it's sort of waking up in the morning with the sun and trying to go to bed early when the sun goes down. This increases that bright light exposure naturally to the sunlight. Look, I sit in front of a computer a lot of the time. I have a big light that's here as well. That doesn't count. I'm talking about real sun exposure, that really good light. And then, of course, this really helps our sleep rhythms. Number two is reduce the blue light exposure during the evening. Now, your phone, there you go. This is number one, blue light exposure. For me, I have a rule. 1 hour before bed, I don't touch my phone. unless it's an emergency. My children know that if it's an emergency, they'll phone, and they'll phone twice. We have an emergency kind of thing, or they'll try my husband. But I really try not to use the phone 1 hour before I go to bed to really help with that sleep. Now, if you're like me, I love coffee, but I have to limit my coffee, and I never drink coffee after 3 p.m. So I limit myself to try to 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. And obviously, I drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day, but I never drink coffee after 3 o'clock. Otherwise, it affects my sleep. Now try to sleep and wake at consistent times. You know, I said in sort of point one, try to rise with the sunshine and then go to bed when it gets dark. Well, with our jobs and working online, sometimes that's a little bit more difficult, but if you can try to set a routine of waking up and going to bed around about the same time, it really makes a huge difference. And then tip number 5 is optimizing your bedroom environment. This is actually really important. You know, a good mattress, a nice pillow, the duvet that is the right weight, so you're not too hot or you're not too cold. You know, again, is the temperature of your room too hot, too cold? Is it light? Is it dark? You know, at the top of my curtains, sometimes I have some light coming in, and sometimes I wear an eye mask when I'm traveling, like on an airplane to cut the light so I can sleep. All of these kind of tricks to optimize that bedroom environment to set you up for a really good sleep. And nice pajamas. Yeah, I love nice pajamas. I think that makes me feel good, you know, when I'm walking around the house and my dressing gown is nice and cozy. All these kinds of things really help. So you want to set that bedroom temperature and not above 24 degrees. So I think between sort of 18 to 24 is about right. And of course, that changes throughout the year. If it's really cold and it's winter, I don't like sleeping with the heating on. So again, our bedroom temperature gets colder, but that's okay because we have more blankets. So always take a look at your bedroom temperature. Number 7, this is super important to relax and clear your mind in the evening. You know, sometimes I'm sure you're working late. Maybe you're, you know, running a team call with your team. And of course, what happens is it's too late to go to bed, and we're not around that same consistent bedtime routine. So make sure you have about an hour downtime between finishing your work, putting your phone away, putting your computer away, and you can relax and, you know, have a bath, which is number 8. Take a relaxing shower or a bath. I love taking a bath. This was a ritual that I learned living in Japan, where they love bathing every night before they go to bed. And I got into this beautiful routine. I love having a shower in the morning, but I love my nighttime bath routine. I use nice oils, 100% essential oils. You can really create a routine that sets you up for a good sleep. And get a comfortable bed. Like I said before, part of this bedroom environment is your bed, your mattress, and your pillow, making sure that those are okay. You know, I travel a lot, so I sleep on airplanes. I sleep in lots of different hotel rooms because of, you know, our Connect events and our PXP events. And so for me, sometimes I'm at a hotel and I sleep really well because they have a good mattress and a good pillow. And I always ask the hotel, what brand are you using? And they tell me. And yeah, so, you know, it's nice to have good stuff, right? Now, exercise is important, but not too much exercise and not before bedtime. This is really interesting because if you do too much exercise, before bedtime, then of course it gets the body in a high energy mode. So we really want to make sure that we are fixing that as much as possible and exercising at the right time. I love exercising in the morning. I think it sets me up for a great day for my mind as well as my body. And of course, Tahitian Noni juice can help with this. So we are talking about boosting your immune system. But as we know, Tahitian Noni helps to promote that overall health and wellness. We have the healthy nutrition. We have the protection from oxidative stress. And of course, we have that it supports our immune system health because of the powerful adaptogens as well. Adaptogenic ingredients like the noni, the blueberry, and the grape really help the body to adapt to stress. When the body adapts to stress, we can, boost our immune system, and we can sleep better and we can focus better. So it really is incredible. But how exactly does it boost the immune system? And this is with the wonderful iridoids. So iridoids is a natural phytonutrient in the noni plant. And it's iridoids that protect the noni plant from attack and disease. So science tells us that when we consume Tahitian noni, we get the same protection of the iridoids with our body. So this is amazing for our immune system. There's other ways that we can help boost our immune system, and this is with whole plant foods. Whoop, just a minute. So again, we have these whole plant foods. Now, one of the recipe books I wrote is called Rainbow Recipes. And so it's always nice to eat the rainbow, okay? So when you have a plate of food, eat the rainbow. We want to get all those beautiful colors. The more colors, the more naturally we get antioxidants. The more antioxidants and vitamins and minerals we get from the variety of foods gives us the variety of vitamins and minerals. Okay, so then we can boost our immune system naturally. But again, when we take a look at the Tahitian noni juice, that noni is considered a whole food. And its antioxidant power with over 275 phytonutrients to help boost your immune system, your energy, and it really is healing for the body. But don't forget, we have blueberry and grape. Now, you can add those to your daily diet as well, which is wonderful. I like to add them, and I love grapes. You know, I have a travel tip with grapes. I love to take grapes onto the airplane because they're juicy, they're flavorsome, and I put them in my hand luggage. You're allowed to eat them on the plane, and they really are amazing. So again, the grapes are full of antioxidants, including resveratrol. Resveratrol is an antioxidant that is wonderful for your skin and for boosting your immune system. The blueberries have this high concentration of powerful antioxidants, so many benefits of blueberries as well. So we want to incorporate as many different varieties of food in our diet and the supplementation to boost our immune system naturally. Give us a fighting chance. So we have the vitamin and mineral daily recommended allowance, and of course, oxidation. So what happens? What do I mean by this? Our body is attacked all the time by inflammation, by pollutants, by invaders, and those kinds of bacteria, viruses, all of those can really attack the cells and cause oxidation and oxidative stress. Antioxidants fight the oxidative stress. So again, we have this natural component in our body that boosts our immune system, boosts that cellular health to help us feel better. Yes, you can get it from lots of foods, but don't forget, we have the highest concentration of noni extract. Did you know that with the Tahitian noni, we have 89%, that's 89% noni juice in Tahitian noni juice, 5.5% grape, and 5.5% blueberry. So when we're talking about these concentrates helping our body, it's incredible. Now, what's also incredible, and this might be some new terminology to you, which is AGEs. And AGEs are advanced glycation end products. So what are AGEs? What are advanced glycation end products? I'm going to be really simple with my science, okay? And really, the AGEs naturally occur in the body, all right? And that is to do, you're right, with aging. These are the bad guys in the body that can cause the diseases of civilization and aging. So what this is these AGEs naturally occur because the cell isn't renewing in a positive way. I'm trying to keep the science really simple here, okay? And so what Tahitian noni does is it fights AGEs in the blood. These are advanced glycation end products, okay? So it fights them. These are the precursors to diabetes. So if you have AGEs in your blood, okay, these proteins, these sugars that are there, the Tahitian noni juice will help remove them, kill them off, and boost the immune system, and of course, have that protection from some of these diseases that naturally occur when we don't take care of our body properly. So look this up in the www.noniresearch.org website, and it is just absolutely incredible the information that you're going to get on noniresearch.org. There's a barcode here and there's the website there. Because when you look up AGEs and the studies that we have done, if you know anybody suffering from type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, any other issues that they're having with aging, then definitely Tahitian noni juice can help. Because it is just wonderful for boosting that immune system in many, many ways. So I have a couple of more really great healthy tips. Obviously, to help boost your immune system, we want to be eating more fermented foods. Now, fermented foods are things like miso paste, miso soup, kimchi, fermented pickles, you have kombucha, you have yogurts are fermented as well. There's kefir. These are really good. And yes, we want to be eating more of these live bacteria. So again, good cultures. I'm not really keen on yogurt for a live bacteria unless it is absolutely 100% live bacteria. And if you could choose a partner co-product that can help give that to you, or a hero range product, then you could take a look at those as well. But the live bacteria just gives that good gut healing. Now, what's interesting is that Tahitian noni juice can support your gut in many different ways. So when you have Tahitian noni juice, you're fighting the bad bacteria that's in there. We're boosting the immune system, which will fight that bad bacteria. And then again, leaves more space for the good bacteria to multiply. So that good gut healing and microbiome happens naturally when we have Tahitian noni juice. Obviously, we want to limit our sugar intake. I think everybody knows that we should be doing that. And you know, look, we all know sugar is terrible for the body, but it is rather addictive, right? So, you know, it's one of these foods that we need to limit. And and I don't like saying you can't have it, okay? Because I believe in an 80-20 rule. Not when it comes to sugar, though. But the 80-20 rule is 80% really fantastic food and 20% what you like. But you need to be honest. Things like coffee is in the 20%, not the 80%. Because let's face it, coffee isn't that great for you. So if you had sugar, sugar would be in your 20% or your 10%. But you need to be really honest. So if you take a look at a general day, remember we want to eat the rainbow. So write down everything that you eat and drink. And you know, sugar can sneak in so many ways. And sometimes it's unexpected. So like maybe you go out for a coffee with your friend, but you end up having a piece of cake. Okay, just make sure that the rest of the day is rainbow style foods and balanced, okay? So, you know, please be really honest with yourself. Obviously, in your 80%, the Tahitian Noni juice goes in that 80% because you're doing your body really, really great stuff. We want to have more moderate exercise. The body's just meant to move, right? Whether you're stretching, whether you're walking, whether you're doing hikes or cycling or swimming or whatever your sport is, move. That the body just absolutely loves it. If you're stuck at your desk for a long time, sometimes I just like to stretch, you know, even simple things like twisting your shoulders back. Make sure that you're moving your body in a way that is positive. You're watching your posture, you know, you're feeling really good. And of course, you're staying hydrated. Sometimes when we exercise more, we drink more water because we're thirstier or we recognize that we need to. Carrying a water bottle around with you is such a good idea. And you know what? I have some friends who wash out the Tahitian Noni bottle and fill it with water. And so they drink a whole Tahitian Noni bottle of water a day. And I love that because they can keep it cold in the fridge. They're reusing the packaging. It looks great. And I just think it's absolutely wonderful. So again, they know they need to finish 2 Tahitian Noni bottles filled with water every day alongside their Noni shot. And it really is a great way to measure and to you know, keep the Noni love going, right? And then, of course, you need to manage your stress levels. Did you know that stress can also reduce your immune system? So when we're stressed, our immune system can't fight back. So again, Tahitian Noni juice helps with that. Remember, I talked about the noni and the blueberry and the grape being adaptogenic herbs. They will help the body to adapt to stress, help you manage the stress, and therefore will really help reduce the stress levels. So if we do eat more fermented food, if we say yes to live bacteria, if we limit our sugar, if we get more exercise, if we stay 100% hydrated, and if we manage our stress levels, our immune system, and we are just going to feel so much better. And then, of course, we definitely want to have the Tahitian Noni juice in there as well. So what I want to do now is just open it all up to some questions. If you have any questions about Tahitian Noni juice, I'll just check the chat here. Hi, Deb from Canada. Tina Yee, hi. Hi from Canada again. Oh, there we go. Blessing. Fermented local foods in Nigeria are staples like fufu. Is that ogi or ogi? How do you pronounce that, Blessing?
Ogi.
Ogi, fantastic. Gari made from cassava. Cassava is a wonderful root vegetable. And of course, you can use cassava flour as well, and cereals, as well as the fermented condiments. Fantastic. Dawa dawa. So is that iru? Dawa dawa,
Yes,
ogi.
it is. Iru.
Fantastic. Fermented milk products like Nono, beverages like Kunu, Zaki are also popular. These are amazing. I can't wait to try these. How fantastic. And you know, 80%, that's right. You know, Tahitian Noni juice is your go-to support system in so many different ways. I think that's wonderful. I have a message here from Sloan. How much noni per day is recommended? Okay, well, this is interesting because it's different in every market that's listening online. So I will give you the EMEA, which is the European and Nigerian, and that is 30 mils a day. So 30 mils a day is one shot. And if you take a look at the TahitianNoniJuice.org website and read one of the 120 clinical trials that we've done on there, you will notice that the dose they use in the clinical trials is 30 mils. So you will get the results in the trial, and obviously everybody is different, okay? But you should be getting similar to the results in the trial as you would yourself on a dose of 30 mils a day. So a bottle will last 2 weeks, and we want to be having at least 30 mils a day. I do know other markets are up to 60 mils a day. So always please read your instructions in your directions on your label for whichever market you're tuning into. Precious from Nigeria. How much quantity to take care of conditions? Okay, yes, great. Plantar fasciitis, because I was taking noni to relieve it, but it didn't stop it as I expected. Okay, interesting, Precious. Great question. Great question. From a regulatory point of view, I can only tell you to take what is directed in your market, which is 30 mils a day. But there is a Tahitian Noni study on the noniresearch.org that it is safer to take more, but we cannot recommend that you take more, but you can do some self-diagnosis and increase that yourself, Precious. If you want, just watch for issues that may arise. And the only issue that probably would arise is a little bit of diarrhea. So please, you know, watch your bowel movements when you're taking that. So again, it could be a time frame. Maybe you just need to continue it longer. And some people heal at different rates than others. So you can sort of self-diagnose and increase that as well. Petra here says Ethiopian ingera is fermented. Ooh, interesting. And cassava is a great gluten-free option. Yes, it is. Did you know that I actually use cassava mixed with mashed potato to make a potato and cassava bread, which is gluten-free. It tastes amazing. I put a little bit of paprika, I put some turmeric, I put some salt, I put some pepper, and I put some rosemary. I boil and mash the potatoes and I mix it with cassava, and you mix it until the whole mixture becomes like floury. Okay. And then I press it into a baking pan and I put it in the oven with a little bit of olive oil, and it bakes like a bread. It is just absolutely delicious. I love making that because I try to stay gluten-free myself. And so it's really, really delicious. So Doris, you make your own kefir. That's incredible. Well done, you. That is really great. And again, great for gut healing. Precious, yes, maybe I need to step up a little bit more. Just a little. Yeah? Just try it. Keep going until you get a result. Great. Valuable presentation, Barbara. Thank you. It rains here in Nigeria with the cold, the catarrh, and the low immunity. Tahitian Noni juice is the rescue. Absolutely, Michelle, Coach Michelle. Fantastic. It really, really is. And it makes such a difference to boost your immunity in every season. It is just that healing tonic that I adore. I take it everywhere. That allows me to take it, and I just completely love it, especially when I travel. For boosting my immune system when I travel, it's incredible, incredible. So let's great. Sloan, here we go. Do you recommend Noni for weight loss? Yes, I do. I do. Now it is not a Nigerian claim. It is not a European claim, probably not a Canadian claim, but Noni has been shown to help facilitate weight loss and detox the body. If you take a look on the noniresearch.org website, then you will find evidence that will help with that. So again, it's wonderful. We do know that it does help with the absorption of vitamins and minerals. So if you're taking Tahitian Noni juice with our other products, it's facilitating the absorption into the body. So for example, if you're using one of our amazing weight loss products in any of our global markets, then you can actually get increased results using the Tahitian Noni juice alongside it. Plus, please remember Tahitian Noni juice is that healing tonic. Not only are we getting the absorption of vitamins and minerals, but we are reducing the inflammation, which leads to weight loss, and so many good things. So many good things. It really is incredible. What would you recommend for a pre-diabetic person, or is it better to take Noni with food and on empty stomach to balance the sugar absorption? Edith, great question, Edith. I would definitely recommend Tahitian Noni juice for pre-diabetics because of the AGEs that it can help to remove from the body. So it helps to dissipate the advanced glycation and the products. So it really is absolutely fantastic for helping with that and a pre-diabetic state. So just a little testimonial, my eldest daughter, it was pre-diabetic. She has autism and she has some digestive issues. But since we have her on Tahitian Noni juice every day, she takes 1 pouch of Tahitian Noni juice. And she's out of pre-diabetic stage and doesn't have any problems with that. So, it really is fantastic. In our household, it really is a fantastic product to use. Nancy said here, Noni helped my friend with her heartburn during chemo treatment. Yes, it can do that. Again, it's reducing the inflammation. And did you know you could actually freeze Tahitian Noni juice? If you have a pouch, you can freeze the pouch. If you're using the bottle and pouring the bottle into ice cubes, for some chemotherapy patients, they love the cold. And of course, they can suck on some of the ice, or you can whiz the ice in a blender and use it as an ice cube in some water. There's so many different things. It really is amazing to use and can definitely help. It will also help. There's a lot of chemo people get like blisters on their mouth and ulcers in their mouth from the chemotherapy. So again, everybody's different, but you can try it. It's a great healing tonic. There's no contraindications with using Tahitian Noni juice and any treatment that they're having, but they just must double check with their doctor to make sure that the chemo doctor is happy for them to have it as well. So it really is amazing, a great healing tonic. Any other questions? Do you want to pop them in the chat, or did you want to unmute and ask a question? I'm really happy to hear from you. I'm here for you. So ask away.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ma. Hello, Ma.
Precious,
My question,
how are you?
fine, Ma. I'm good.
Good.
My
How can
question
I
is,
help?
how can noni juice assist in menopause, pre-menopause or menopause condition?
Yes, very, very good question. Thank you, Precious. So Tahitian Noni juice can help reduce the inflammation in menopause, can help reduce the stress hormone, the cortisol, which again has a positive effect on menopause. We don't have any claims at all except one. Okay, so some people during menopause get tinnitus in their ear. There's a study on the Noni website, noniresearch.org, that links Tahitian Noni juice helping menopause and the problems with the ear. So you can always use that and as well. But don't forget, we're tackling the oxidative stress. We're helping with the AGEs, so we're anti-aging as well as those advanced glycation end products. We're also helping to reduce the stress. We're helping to boost the immune system. We're helping with more energy. Did you know there's energy studies on there? It is proven to increase your energy by 20%. How many menopausal women are saying they're tired? You know, there's so many great things. We cannot link Tahitian Noni juice to menopause. It's not a direct claim we can make, but obviously we have all of these other symptoms that menopause causes, sleep issues, everything, okay? And so we can link Tahitian Noni juice to the symptoms of menopause for some people, but not actually menopause. So I hope that makes sense, Precious. And so just make sure, yeah, great. And then so just make sure that we're linking the issues together like that. But definitely will help 100%.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Did anybody else want to unmute themselves or let's see. Oh, thank you, Petra. Always such great information. Well, thank you for joining me. It is. So we just all need to make sure that everybody is enjoying Tahitian Noni juice and leading the way here at Partner Co. with the safest, the best, backed by science Tahitian Noni juice that we have on the market. It's second to none. And it is the highest in the iridoid counts of any noni that is on the market. So it really is guaranteed and amazing. Any final questions before we finish up?
Just to follow up on the menopause and the research, there is
Yes.
one on the noniresearch.org that did mention that the noni helps with estrogen related conditions because it binds to the estrogen receptors. So of course
Oh,
it doesn't, get rid of menopause, but like you said, the symptoms. So it can include conditions like menopausal symptoms, estrogen related diseases, breast cancers, osteoporosis, and cardiovascular disease. I'm just reading from a
amazing.
screenshot that I took of that study. So there, and that
You
was from the academicjournals.org.
You are amazing to find that one. Fantastic, fantastic. So yes, I mean, you know, for sure, get on the website like Petra did. Petra, you're a superstar. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. And that really is amazing. And so again, it's on noniresearch.org. Noniresearch.org has a search engine. So you just need to go into the search engine, maybe put the search menopause or what did you search for that, Petra?
I didn't search that one. I just sometimes I scroll through by the year. I just kind of randomly scroll
Yep.
and read the like just the abbreviations and then I go into the full article. But that was one that I did see on there.
Amazing, amazing. And you see, this is the whole thing. We are entrepreneurs. We own our own business here at Partner Co. And so we should be researching everything ourselves and finding those nuggets of information to share with your customers. So how we get around compliance is to actually use the noniresearch.org website. Okay. Did you know the research and development team own this website? It's not going anywhere. This is how we go around compliance and we can point the customer to this research. But it's difficult for me to put on a PowerPoint presentation because then it makes it uncompliant. But I can point you to the website, or like what Petra's done. She's done her own research. She's found the article that she's looking for. She can then target customers who need it for menopause. Petra, brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm so pleased you're on tonight because I think that you've helped a couple of the other people that are actually on the call tonight as well. So that is brilliant. So can Noni help one with large heart enlargement? You know, we can't make any claims and everybody's different with that. So I do know that it is good for heart health. So again, you can take a look on noniresearch.org. But my personal opinion is with time, it might do. Yes. So that's great. Can you check? Good. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking your time learning about our amazing products and for you to increase your knowledge about Tahitian Noni juice, for everyone to support the Nigeria market, which is flourishing at the moment. So a big shout out for Nigeria doing an amazing, amazing job. Neo and Blessing just leading the way there as well. And thank you, everybody, to take the time to join me tonight. And we will see you again soon on the next webinar. Over to you, Blessing, to close us out. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Always amazing. Always amazing. Thank you so much for all the valuable information that you have provided us tonight. And like Coach Michelle said, no better time than now that it is raining heavily in Nigeria. There's cold, there's Qatar, and immunity is down. Now is the time for you to get all the tips that you can. Share these tips with your customers and get them to use the amazing, legendary Tahitian Noni that has been supporting this market for over, the years. So go grab yourself a Noni. If you don't have one, grab yourself, get the person next to you to grab a bottle and get on it. Continue to build your immune system. And did Barbara only mention Tahitian Noni on this call tonight? No, she gave us amazing practical tips that we can implement in our day-to-day life, including how we can reduce stress and sleep. Aren't we all guilty about that? Not getting enough sleep and how that affects our immune system. Now, partner training calls like this is where you get all-round tips, 360 degrees, tips on how to carry on with your day-to-day life and how our products can support you. So thank you everyone for joining. Make use of all of the information you've gotten and let this propel your business and even your life to the next level. See you on the next call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.